Good morning, all Australian children on YouTube. I am John Howard, the Prime Minister of Australia. I have taken this unprecedented step to talk to you on a computer because this year I must convince your parents to vote for me if I am to keep power. Australia is a great nation, an Anzac nation. That is why we are fighting with George Bush against the terrorists in Iraq. Similarly, my government now feels it is time to stop the warming of this planet's atmosphere caused by factories in China and India. To win this war, I have instructed my Environment Minister, a lawyer, God Turnbull, to give every school in Australia a new clean energy light globe. Just as we know the diggers at Gallipoli beat the Turks on the cliffs, these light globes prove my government cares about the environment. Australia is a mining nation and a great nation. Large overseas companies come here and dig up minerals like uranium and coal and pay us huge royalties that go to building schools, tax cuts and the army. But some countries are jealous of Australia. They signed a treaty called the Kyoto Protocol just to destroy our mines. If my government did not reject this treaty, Australia's economy would have been ruined and non-Aboriginal children made illiterate, and terrorists would have invaded via sieve boats from Indonesia, and the Australian Army would have been too weak to protect us. In recent weeks, you might have seen me on TV at Boy Scout halls, giving money to Scout leaders to vote for me. Now, people have asked me why I did not give money to Girl Guides. The reason is simple. As a 70-year-old, I believe females should be in the kitchen, learning to cook meat, not outside learning to tie knots. Most of you are too old to remember what Australia was like before I became Prime Minister. It was a dark and windy land, always raining, and the people poor and cold. TV showed only in black and white. Socialists and left-wing thugs patrolled the streets, listening for dissenters. Businessmen were imprisoned or subject to political commissions and vilified as reptiles. The public broadcaster, the ABC, was controlled by left-wing radicals, and a man called Harry Butler appeared nightly preaching environmental extremism and nature worship. Thankfully, all that is in the past, and together with the help of your parents, we can keep the evil from returning and Australia strong. Advance Australia fair. Thank you and good night.